Okay, let's see how well I can do this. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. I'm going to record this so that you can go back over it. Even though I will go over it in class, sometimes there's a lot of information that's given to you. This will just help you refresh or review whatever it is that I said that I thought was important. First of all, let's make sure you're in the right class. We are business. Uh, 201, which is business law. My name's Linda Eckert, and you may reach me at leckert@ivtech.edu. There's also a phone number that you can call for the White County Instructional Center, and they can get a hold of me if you need to talk to me in person. So let's kind of get started. Let me show you what we're going to do this week, the beginning of the week. Today, which is Monday, we're going to do the orientation, which is going to kind of give you an overview of everything we're going to do in this class. Please don't expect to absorb all this at once. It's a lot of information, so hang in there. On Wednesday, we are going to go over Chapter 1. So that means you need to read Chapter 1, and there is a couple other things that I will have you do. I'll also have you do a tech check-in with Padlet. I think you've already used that via the email I sent you. And then Friday, we will do what we call the content quiz or syllabus quiz, and we will go over questions 1-3 and 1-7. These will have to be turned in, and that's why I want to go over them in class so that you understand how to do those. Next week, no class, folks, so that's a goodie. Then we're going to do Chapter 2 on Wednesday, and it looks like we're going to do an overview on Chapter 3. So next week's going to be busy. I would start Monday and get Chapter 2 read, and then Chapter 3 read for Friday. So kind of be prepared for that. Hit the floor running. Chapter 2 is not a long chapter, so it's not too bad. I sent you questions to ask via the email sent on Friday, so please, if you haven't responded to those questions, please do so. It's very important. If I were in our regular class right now, I'd be taking roll and I would be answering a question from each one of you. So I will try to record all the questions and get those put in for you. So how is this two-way video course going to function? Well, we're going to use a bit of technology to make it happen so that I can get you, so we can be engaged. Two-way videos seem to be an awful like watching TV, and that kind of puts me to sleep, so I'm kind of assuming it puts everybody to sleep. We're going to use something called Padlet, and we're going to use something called Get It, and possibly ClassFlow, and some videos, lots of videos, so we'll be doing those as we go through. Now you can find all of these in Blackboard. And let me bring that up so I can show you. Oh my goodness, let me make this smaller. It doesn't want to make it smaller. Well, bear with me while I make it smaller. No. I want my... That's annoying. Very annoying. Let's go over here and open up my Blackboard again. We seem to have lost it. So hang in there, kids. Technology always works when you want it to, right? Here we go. We're coming up on it. Hang in there. Now let's see what we can do. Here's my Blackboard. And what you're going to do is go to Session 1. And let's get started on Monday. And here's the technology we'll use with the addresses, each address. So Padlet, which is one that I sent you to, will look like this. Interesting. Will look like this. And all you will have to do, and see we have a couple of students who've already posted. Hannah says she likes gray because it's a relaxing color. All you have to do is click on this and type in your name and say, type something. Thank you, Hannah. Good job. We will use this, and that will automatically be posted, and everybody can see that. We'll use this for class, and we'll use it for communicating with each other. So that's one of our tools we'll use. The other tools we're going to use are Get It, which I'll use to ask questions to make sure that you've understand what we're saying, because this course can have some touchy technology. ClassFlow I might use to show PowerPoints so that you can view them on your computer while we're talking in class. Today's Meet is a chat which we'll play with, and then we also have Blackboard Collaborate where we can meet online, everybody together, and watch a video or whatever via your equipment. And finally, I will use lots of YouTubes and videos to help you get going. So hopefully that will keep you occupied and in class. So the scope of the class is we're going to look at, and by the way, I've had several people say, this seems to be a bear of a course. We're going to try to not make it a bear. We're going to try to make it interesting, and we're going to try to make this pertinent to your lives right now. So if it's not working, let me know. I'll probably do an evaluation, maybe a couple weeks into the course, so I can see what we need to adjust on it. So let's go back to business law. And this is what makes business work in America. Without business law, without law, we would not be able to have the economy we have today. So it's very important. First, we're going to look at the history and the structure. We're going to look at contracts. We're going to look at liabilities. We're going to look at corporations. And we're going to look at international law, which is really very, very interesting. That's the scope of everything. I'm going to try to bring in current events on each one of these so that you can relate to it and apply to it. The next thing I want to look at is the syllabus. And there are several things I'd like you to remember. I could give you a list forever. It's kind of down to 5 here. Be nice, be here, be on time, be prepared, and be professional. If you can pull off those 5 things, we're going to be in real good shape. We're all in the same boat. My main goal and your main goal is to get through this class with a very good grade. So and to learn something on top of it. So this is how we're going to do it. Last day to drop this class so it doesn't show up on the transcript is April 11th, 2015. Probably the most important thing I can tell you is how to get out of the building. If you're here at White County, we're going to go out the door and go to the right. If you are in Lafayette, you're going to be on the 2nd floor. You're going to go out the door, go to your right, down the stairs, and right out the front door. In Crawfordsville, I'm not sure what the plan is, so please, after you get out of this class, go find out how to get out of the classroom and the best evacuation way. Probably the most important thing I'm going to say today. Now, let's look at the syllabus. See if I can find it on my computer. Here you go. It's a standard syllabus, as you can see. You know the prereqs. You know my name. Here's all the information. Here's my supervisor. If I don't take care of something that you think I should, feel free to call Erin. We're in close contact. But come to me first. I pretty well will bend over backwards and do headstands for you. So don't be afraid. I have not only an open door policy, but an open mind. So let's talk. Now let's go down. Here's, the course description. You guys can read these. We will cover all of those. They're all very important. Here, this gets kind of interesting here. You don't have to buy a physical copy of this book. It is online and it is available for you in Blackboard right now. Now, some of you may say, I can't read digitally, I can't read it on the computer. Well, you've got two options here. I'm kind of like that too. Even though I'm a tech freak, I do like to have my books flat in front of me when I'm reading and not vertical in front of me. What I did was I used the Vital Source bookshelf and downloaded it so I could read on my tablet. So if you've got a tablet, that's a really good way to do it. The other way is to purchase a physical copy of a book. I think it's about $20. It's loose leaf. And you can probably also go out online and find a used copy, or maybe another student has a used copy. But you don't have to do that. All of this is embedded in the course. And it kind of looks like, let me show you what it looks like. Let me go to here. We're back to Blackboard. Let's see, let's go to class session. Is it in here? No. There is under, let's get started on Monday. Okay. There is a Mind Tap, which is what we'll be using, student guide. So let's go back and go to class sessions. Yeah, sure we are. Here we are. And if you go into session 1, and if I scroll down, you'll notice these little, let's see, can I make that go over a bit? Yes, I can. How's that? Anywhere where you see the little pinwheel, blue pinwheel, it's going to be an online connection. And this is your book. It'll say Chapter 1. You'll click on it, and it will take you to the book. Now, also attached to that are a pre-quiz. There are flashcards. There's some videos to watch that'll help you understand a little bit more. And even more important, you go clear to the bottom. There's a post-quiz that you have to do. That's worth 20 points. These are all embedded, so you don't have to go search for them. They're always going to be there. How I would suggest doing this course, because I went through all of this, using the digital, is before you do anything, take the pre-quiz in the chapter. You can take that 1,000 times if you want. It doesn't matter. Take the pre-quiz to know what you need to concentrate on. Then you can read the chapter. You can do the flashcards, definitely, before you do the quiz, because the quiz has a lot of terminology on it. The other thing is each one, now this is going to be Chapter 1 lecture outline. This is mine. And this is what I'll be talking about on Wednesday. That's always going to be available for you. That is also going to give you a hint about what to really concentrate on when you are looking at reading the book. This outline is a bare bones, and that comes from the book itself. This is what I will talk about. So that's your textbook. And It's a good book. It's not hard to read. Um, it'll take a little bit getting used to if you're going to try to do it digital and you're not used to that. But it's not a problem. Now, if you go on down through, don't forget you can get a free version of Office 2013 on your Campus Connect. Really important. Honesty, I think you've probably heard this 1,000 times. Please do your own work. You're here to learn. We will have course evaluations. No kids on campus, although I kind of enjoy children, but we can't have them on campus. Cell phones in the classroom, we're going to vote on that. I typically don't tell you yes or no. I think it's your education, but I will tell you that if I'm lecturing or if I'm talking or trying to explain something and you're using your phone, I may get somewhat irritated. I'll make a deal with you. If you don't text while I'm talking, I won't text my grandkids while you're asking a question. So, definitely no cell phones during the testing or anything of that nature. We have the Learning Resource Center. There's all kinds. This is kind of a standard. All of your due dates and deadlines are on the course outline, which we'll get to here fairly quickly. Don't get dropped from class. You need to show up the first day. That's a real biggie. And expectations for attendance is you really do need to be here. I try to go over things that are going to be on the quiz and on the test, so you'll find class a lot easier if you're here. And there are participation points also. Here's your grades. Everything should be online. I am one of those instructors who do not like to use Blackboard Messenger, so please use campus email and please check your email daily. I sometimes send out important announcements, so make sure you check your email. It's really important. Boy, I am bound determined I'm going to do that, folks. So this is the one I want to use. There are 2 exams, and they're worth 100 points each, and they must be completed. There's a midterm, and there is a final, I believe. You'll take these at home. You can use your notebook. You're limited to 2 hours for each test, and you have 2 attempts. So make good use of that time. And they will be available 7 days. Chapter quizzes. I would take the pre-quiz before you read, and then take the post-quiz after you've read the chapter, heard the lecture, and completed the flashcards. You should be fine if you do that. Those are timed, or the post is timed, okay? And there are chapter questions you'll have to do. There's a link for those. We're going to go over those Friday, so I can show you how to do those. There is a paper that's worth 100 points. It's an ethics paper. Not too bad. I think you'll enjoy it. And we use APA for that paper, folks. Everything needs to be turned in through Blackboard. And this is how the grades break out. The content quiz is worth, or syllabus quiz is worth 3 points. Chapter questions are worth 300 points. Quizzes 297. Paper 100. And excuse me. I have a bit of cold, so and then your 2 exams. And there's the disabilities. Here's a schedule of activities, outlines. We will follow this. I've tried to be pretty explicit about that. There's a discussion board that will be due Wednesday if I have them assigned. These are your participation points. Expect responses to be due by Sunday. Here you can see next week is so crammed. We're going to do the overview on Chapter 2, and then we're going to do the quiz. It'll be due Wednesday night. Same thing with the Friday overview, Chapter 3, and then the quiz Friday night. Then you'll have all weekend to do the questions. We'll see how that works out. We've got it fairly well laid out, and that is the syllabus. We will go over that in more detail. I strongly urge you to print this and keep it around. And let's go back to our agenda. So, I've talked about the textbook. Bring a laptop or a tablet for use in class so we can use this other technology. Just to keep you engaged, and also it will make for a richer class. So how do I teach? So I don't like to talk an awful lot. So usually I'm going to lecture for maybe 15 to 20 minutes. We will do projects. I will answer questions. We will do case studies. We have discussion boards to do. And then I do have videos that I like to give and keep everybody engaged and to bring up interesting things. There's one called Never Give Up. I would like for you to watch that. That pretty well tells what kind of teacher I am. I never want you to give up. There's always a way around it. I went over the calendar somewhat. We'll do more on that. You want to always look at the announcements. You want to get connected with Cengage and the bookshelf for the tablets. And then always make sure you know assignments are all due per course outline. Important things to know. All communication is through campus email, not messages. And all work is turned in electronically via Blackboard or Cengage. Please don't hand me hard copy. It's really too hard to keep track of. Things to have done by Wednesday. So 1, registered and ready to go with Cengage. Obviously you're going to have to if you're going to read that chapter. If you have any trouble, please email me. We'll get you going. In fact, we'll probably try later on in class. I can see this is running at 22 minutes, so we've got 50 minutes in class. Be sure you print the full course outline. And you need to be ready to have Chapter 1 pre-quiz done and complete a discussion board assignment. And that assignment looks like this. Let's go look at that. If I go down to the bottom here, and I'm in session 1, what I would like for you to do is, the purpose of this discussion board is to spend some time to get to know with each other. So what are your personal expectations for this course? What is something you would like everybody, what is something about you that you like to tell people? Okay, so just kind of get to know each other. Since we're in different locations, it's kind of important. The other thing you've got here, down underneath this, is the Chapter 1 assignment, and that's going to be where you're going to upload questions 1 to 3 and 1 to 7. And then here's your post-test. And then we have a summary down at the bottom, right here, of what we've done this week. So that should pretty well cover everything that I wanted to cover on this. I think this is going to be a good course. I know it's going to be a good course. We have to work together. We are a two-way video, so it may be confusing at times. Just hang in there, and we're going to get it done. So thank you very much. I really appreciate your time and for you listening to this. Remember, email me at leckert@ivytech.edu. Thank you. You have a great day.